Hello, today is the 18th of January 2022 and we're just enjoying just enjoy the full moon earlier today, and just wanted to say basically that the actual full moon was in Pushya in Cancer, Sidereal Cancer, but as of 1 o'clock in the morning, just about 13 minutes after 1 o'clock in the morning on 19th of January, so literally in a few hours, moon is going to transit from Pushya in Cancer, Sidereal Cancer, to Ashlesha. And there's a big difference between the two nakshatras. So both Pushya and Ashlesha in Sidereal Vedic astrology, they are within Cancer, and obviously so makes moon quite comfortable in both of them, but the flavor is very different. Whereas Pushya, where we got the support from the full moon in order to because obviously Cancer is the masses, moon is the masses, so it kind of encouraged us, nurtured us yesterday. Today even, because it's still in Pushya, the 18th, but on the 19th, just literally as we go into the 19th at 12 minutes past 1 o'clock in the morning, when everything starts, moon start transiting slowly into Ashlesha, which is the last 13 minutes, 13 degrees, 20 minutes of Cancer. Ashlesha is ruled by Mercury. And funnily enough, that full moon that we had yesterday on the 18th, or we're still having, it's had Mercury retrograde as well as Saturn, and obviously the Sun in Capricorn. So this axis of Cancer and Capricorn sidereal, which is the government and the masses, right opposite each other, and Sun and Moon highlighting both. Sun being in Capricorn, very strong. It's all the politicians and the leaders in Capricorn, Sun of government. Mercury retrograde, which is all of the press, media, social media, all the communications that we get from them. They are obviously retrograde. They are reviewing all the information they have been giving us for a long time. And Saturn is there. Obviously Saturn, although rules Capricorn, it is actually the working people. So there is although Saturn is strong there, Sun is also strong in the 10th house of the natural zodiac Capricorn. But Mercury is being being hemmed between the Sun and Saturn. So this is politicians want Mercury, which is the messenger, to be telling them their side, and the government side, and whereas the Saturn, which is like the blue collar workers, working class, are actually us people. We want the media to actually tell us the truth. And so also Moon being in Cancer, Moon being the masses, we want to know, we want the information to be truthful to us. And now when Moon goes into Ashlesha, Ashlesha is ruled by Mercury. And Ashlesha is the coiled serpent in the symbol for it. And it's ruled by Mercury, so again the messenger. And it's very much known about poisons, about toxins. And this is now, as they say, the mark of the beast kind of thing. So it's very, very interesting, because this is Moon is encouraging Mercury to be truthful and tell the truth to the masses. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this nakshatra, because it's one of the difficult ones. There are 4 nakshatras within the 27 system nakshatra, which are quite difficult and quite cunning. this one is one of the ones that is really quite cunning. And actually Mercury, two of Mercury's nakshatras, both Ashlesha and Jyeshta, they're quite manipulative. And I don't mean it necessarily for the average person, because there's a lot of things going on within our charts. I mean it more regarding the government, because also what happens is the last solar eclipse occurred in Jyeshta. Again, you know, there was like a push from the universe to actually give the chance to Mercury to start speaking the truth to Sun, which is the politicians and the government. And now obviously this is happening now, again, you know, saying that, you know, the full moon is putting all that light onto Ashlesha to say that you need to be supportive of people. So some of the key words for Ashlesha are, because obviously is a snake or nagas, because obviously, you know, generally speaking, snakes, unless if they grab hold of you and coil themselves around you, because they're quite muscular, generally speaking, what they do to attack, they actually, their tongue is quite sharp and it has the poison, so they go for you. So literally, but their snakes' eyes are very, very hypnotic. Oh my gosh, the sun's just come out, it's amazing. So hypnotic eyes, they're very clinging. They're known for manipulation, secrecy. This is about Ashlesha. And it has a great gift, which is often, you see this in politicians' charts, and they know exactly how to manipulate, because Mercury is also word, speech, through their word, manipulation, through their eyes, hypnotizing the, and putting people under a spell of their words. And they're obviously very secretive. We know that. They're sharp and efficient. There is darkness and dishonesty and deceptiveness and cunning with this. Obviously, in order for any individual person to have this really bad, there has got to be quite a lot of difficult things going on in their chart. But generally speaking, in terms of just the natural zodiac and speaking about one isolated, the negative sides of Ashlesha. They can often, actually, for the men, they can often have an unexpected windfall between ages of 35 and 40. And they often are also the eldest of the family. And they're very responsible in that sense. And somehow there's always an enigma about the men who have Ashlesha in them. But they can also, this is obviously to do with drugs and poisons, this and alcohol. So poisons, and they can often, these people, if it is badly placed, they can have some form of addiction, particularly addiction to drugs. Could be one of the things that you can see, how apt it is to do with today's world, really. The females are completely different. They can have high morals. Excuse that. You will never win an argument with these people, because they are very sharp. They're very articulate with word, because it's ruled by Mercury, and particularly if Mercury is then placed well in their chart. They're educated and they have excellent administrative skills. This is for the females. But now going back to the serpent, the coiled serpent of the symbol of this. So they can be cold-blooded, deceptive and cunning, as we said, but they got very, very high intuition and a very great concentration as well. And they've got this power of inflicting poisons on others, which is very, very interesting. So I gather what is going on, and the fact that people have had to put these in their arms and have been told about them being pushed. So I wonder if we're going to get to know some things come out about these and the future of these, really, whether or not the media, which is being really pressed at the moment, being retrograde and really being under a lot of pressure, is going to do the right thing. Because the right thing will be, whether it's good or bad, we the people need to know. So to actually, the moon is encouraging to put the light on this, and not only is it putting light onto Mercury itself, but it's also putting it on the nakshatra ruled by Mercury, which is in Cancer. So I guess watch this space and see what happens. Thank you.